All right, recording. Hi, everyone, and welcome to a special bonus Let's Play episode of Dia and M play Flower, Sun, and Rain. This time, we're not going to be playing Flower, Sun, and Rain. We're going to be reading the Lospass official guidebook for English. That's M. M, say hi.
Hello, I'm excited.
I'm excited. This is fun.
I wanted to do a little table setting here.
Yeah.
Discord got a hold of our last episode and wanted to link us this PDF, which I assume you'll link below. If you get it to load, congratulations. Sometimes D had some trouble getting it to load. But apparently this is a fan translation of the physical guide that came with the PS2 version, which was just tucked into the book. And wasn't in the DS version. That's why it's like digital or whatever. But the DS or the original version had a bunch of translation choices that didn't gel with Silver Case because it hadn't been translated yet. And this goes back and puts that all a little more tidily in together.
That's so fun.
Yes. Also, someone suggested that maybe in the Japanese original or the PS2, whatever the original English was, the English was just over the Japanese, like literally like they pasted it on top. I didn't notice that was happening in the DS version if I just forgot that this happened since Sunday. But that was not my experience. I don't know what they're talking about.
No, yeah, because I didn't see it.
Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about when someone says that, because someone mentioned in the Abnormal Mapping Discord, put it in the comments. You have comments on for this, right?
Yeah, I have comments on for this. Yeah, I decided to turn comments back on because I think all of the horrible Gamergate people are finally done harassing me everywhere. So
thank God.
Knock on wood.
Yes.
Because that was fucking awful.
Yeah.
I like that we still have the date up in the top corner untranslated.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. Sony Magazines Deluxe.
Yeah, it's May 30th. Sony Magazines Deluxe.
There you go. 2001.
Yeah.
All right.
Not the year of Flower, Sun, and Rain as far as those other...
No,
that seemed like it was 2055.
I think that might be an actual publication date. That might actually be just like the actual like it's been in shit up there.
Yeah.
But all right. Yeah, so there'll be a link down in the description. You can click on it. You can go and snag your own copy. And you can read along. I'm going to have, right now you should be looking at two facing pages of this. But if you can't read it and you want to read it on your own pace, go do that. You can just go download the PDF and read along as we go along. Em, do you want to kick this off since this is your discovery from the Discord, from your Discord?
Yeah, sure, we could do that.
Okay.
Let me zoom out a little bit. If we're looking at 2 pages, I would also like to be looking at 2 pages now.
Oh, okay. I just did it because I have so much real estate now on my monitor.
Yeah, me too. The Lospass official guidebook for English. Lospass Island is the finest resort on Earth where you can forget about time. This book is a guide for those who visit Lospass Island. You can find not only general information about the hotels, restaurants, shops, and sightseeing spots, but also some interesting stories about the island, in case you run into a trouble during the stay, or when you need to get out of the island for some reasons. Open this book and you'll find a clue. We hope you'll have an exciting journey. And then take a stroll through the tropical paradise known as Lospass Island. Welcome to the Lospass information. Hotel, Flower, Sun, and Rain information. And then at the bottom there, we have some jacks. We have Flower, Sun, Rain. We have this briefcase, your birthday, forwards and backwards, some numbers being incepted. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I love the your birthday and then your birthday backwards. And then at the end, like the ... your birthday.
Hey, wait. That 400 is that ISO thing we need for the camera, right? These are just solutions to the puzzles.
Oh God, these are.
Yeah. That's fun.
That's really funny. Um, I want to take a moment for the incredible decision to put the right between where the wing attaches to the fuselage. There's that like floating, just the word "in," and
Yes.
I really appreciate that so much. Shout out to someone making this guide because that's translating this into this way. Because
This almost suggests that next time we play in the next chapter, we will get a solution that is 3412, and then the day after that will be a solution that's 302 and a solution that's 210, right?
yeah, and then our
So
birthday again.
spoilers.
What birthday did we put in?
Uh, December 29th.
Oh,
Leap
that's
year.
right.
Yeah. Not December, February. I said
February, yeah.
December. Yeah.
All right, I'll read the next page. You want to trade off pages? We could do
Yeah, we
that.
can trade off pages.
All
It'll
right.
be fun.
Welcome to the Lospass. Lospass Island is the finest resort on Earth where you can forget about time. Wait, this is the same text.
Well, you got to read it.
Okay, this Lospass Island is the finest resort on Earth where you can forget about time. This book is a guide for those who visit Lospass Island. You can find not only general information about the hotels, restaurants, shops, and sightseeing spots, but also some interesting stories about the island. In case you run into a trouble during the stay, or when you need to get out of the island for some reasons, open this book and you'll find a clue. We hope you'll have an exciting journey.
Yeah, I love this over like this flight over the earth. It's good.
Oh no, yeah, genuinely love the layout work that is happening here. This is a
The
completely lost art for magazines and
the
like
thing about this guide to me, the one thing that I'm like, this is just wrong, is this is clearly matte paper, and the real version of this is like the glossiest piece of shit you've ever seen.
yes.
It, like when you scan it, it looks like ass because there's just like reflection of the scanner on all the glossy paper. All right, page 3 is just a table of contents, but we can do a preview of coming attractions here. So we have two major sections. Welcome to the Los Pass information, which starts with Discover Los Pass Island, a message from the editors of the Los Pass. And then enter the gateway to paradise, Los Pass Airport. Lose yourself in white sands, translucent seas, and blue skies. Power Beach. A shopping center with essentials and unique souvenirs, Spice Shop. Enjoy a special day in a tropical chapel. Canado Kazit Church? Okay. Canado Kazit Church. Wander into a strange world on a southern island. Randleman Garden. Explore the remnants of the island's lost culture. Ruin of Marmaleba. Guide ships to safety with the Silent Sentinel. Lighthouse. Business Tower. Let the roads lead you to Los Pass. Lost Highway and Past Highway. And then we have the Hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain information. The island's one and only hotel, Flower, Sun, and Rain, the perfect place for a relaxing break. Flower, Sun, and Rain hotel map, hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain information. The secret behind Flower, Sun, and Rain's unique star-shaped hotel. Serious stamina needed to endure serious sunshine. Restaurant, Power Lunch. Dinner and drinks together again. Bar, Power Dinner. Classics of the silver screen come alive, the best way to relax and unwind. Cinema, Power Theater. Who's Who of Los Pass Island? David Chapman, El Soulfight, special contributor, Stefan Charbonny, radio guide, radio program guide, a clash of champions, soccer, the 28th Arriere Kingdom Cup,
Yeah.
rubbish collection schedule, waste collection day information, reveal the secrets of your relationships, personality quiz, your psychology, column, loving our days on Los Pass, written by Taro Turtle.
Taro Turtle.
Sick.
It's so good. Okay, welcome to Los Pass information. Discover Los Pass Island. A message from the editors of the Los Pass. Cruising along at 150 kilometers per hour, I followed the white line of the navy blue sea as it crashes to the shore. Somewhere along the way, I've become a seagull skimming over the waves. I'm on the Lost Highway. This particular road connects the mainland of the Federation of Micronesia with Los Pass Island. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? The title of Gauguin's painting of life on Tahiti comes briefly to mind, and I give a bitter laugh. Where are we going? We're not going anywhere. At the moment, I'm right here. That's all. As the repetitive scenery begins to dull my consciousness and all sense of distance and speed begin to fade, which is to say I lose a sense of my identity, my past, and all my experiences, Lospass Island appears as an emerald dot on the horizon. The highway runs into the Lospass Airport terminal. Be it by runway or by highway, all visitors to Lospass Island must pass through here. I leave my car in the Cunningham Blue Sky parking lot. From here on out, my principal mode of transport will be my own 2 feet. Cars aren't allowed on the island. But even on foot, it's still possible to tour the place in a single day. This means no aches and pains for those of us more accustomed to driving than walking. Furthermore, there's an electric car from the Hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain waiting for me. Flower, Sun, and Rain is the only hotel on Lospass Island. Staying on the island, therefore, means staying in this hotel. The island's only residents are the hotel staff and the staff of the other facilities here. This ensures you can enjoy your hard-earned break without being bothered by unruly mobs of tourists at every turn. A short walk south from the hotel lies Power Beach. This marks the southern tip of the area your average tourist will see on the island. Heading north along the coast from Power Beach to the northern tip of the island will bring the lighthouse known as Business Tower into view. The view of the ocean from here is the most beautiful the island has to offer. The crumbling remains of a ship which ran ashore and have gone unclaimed for more than 40 years are also visible. In the shade of the trees next to the business tower, you will find the quiet and dignified Canadel's Kazit Church. Many couples visit the island with the express purpose of being wed in this beautiful chapel. Following the west coast south from here leads to the spice shop. Here, everything from everyday groceries to that extra special Lospass memorabilia line the shelves. It's the perfect spot to enjoy a little shopping. The scale of the English garden, which occupies the center of the island, is such that perhaps English forest would be a more appropriate name. Care is not needed when visiting, as the dense trees may not easily give up the wandering guests. It's a good idea to brush up on your navigation skills before setting forth. Deeper in the forest lie swamplands and ruins, which are rarely visited. Those with time to spare who wish to see Lospass Island in a different light may wish to strike out on their own and enjoy a small yet thrilling adventure. No matter what you choose to do, the island is no place for everyday worries. Take a simple, relaxed approach to your time here, and you'll find your body naturally recovering its energy. Look at your shadow, cast deep and short by the blazing rays of the sun. Let the heat and the sweetness of the flowers envelop you, and enjoy the cooling rains of the evening. Who knows what you will discover here?
So 2 thoughts. One, I was originally going to complain that when we first got to the island, we were told that we couldn't walk to the hotel. We had to take the truck that the guy was driving. And then this opens with explaining that you can tour the island in a single day, but then goes on to describe a forest in which one could get lost and ruins and swamps where nobody visits, which to me implies an island where you cannot tour the entire island in a single day.
Well, I mean, if we look at this next page, we can see this map is actually pretty easy. But if you go into that forest, you'll probably get fucked and just be like, I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, no. The other thing that this brought to mind reading this is, and this is just games are so rarely pulling from a wide variety of experiences, is, and this doesn't even evoke it's just closer than any other video game. There's no like Hunter S. Thompson video games. The beginning of this, I was just reminded of some of Hunter S. Thompson stuff, which who I briefly got into in college, as most people do. I feel like when you're annoying and young. And why have video games not pulled from such weird, broadly popular cultural touchstones as this?
See, the funny thing to me is like reading this, and I'm just because my different path was I never got into Hunter S. Thompson. Instead, I got into travel brochures. I got into catalog copy.
Yes.
I just was just devouring letters from editors at the beginning of every fucking magazine I could. And this is the most douchebag Architect Digest intro. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Just like this, the title of Gauguin's painting of life on Tahiti comes briefly to mind.
Yes.
Does it name it? Does it name
No.
the painting? Just
No.
reference. God, this is so good. I'm glad that whoever wrote this is clearly drawing from that same well of just nightmare people writing,
Yes.
who are in love with themselves and their own experiences. And I really, this was a treat to read because nailed it. Absolutely fucking nailed it.
So on page 5, we have a map of the island. Number 1 is the Lospass Airport, the gateway to paradise, which we have seen. It's weird that they're pointing to a giant roundabout and not the actual airport, but okay.
Well, I think that is the airport because then there's the terminal.
But do you think that's the building? Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay. 2, Power Beach, the island's landmark beach of white sands, which is down there on the east coast, southeast coast, I guess. Diner, the place to ease your hunger pang, which is, where's 3? Why do I not even see this? It's by the beach. It's
yeah.
just north. 4, Hotel Flower, Sun and Rain, the island's one and only hotel, which we've seen. We know where that is. It's the far side of the island from the airport. Canada Closet Church, the wedding chapel of your dreams, which is right off of the hotel. Like, we probably walked past it, honestly, when we're approaching the hotel. A business tower, the best view on the island, on the northern tip of the island. Jetty, starting point for all boat trips, which is down there right off the beach. Is that meant to be an English corruption of jeté, like the French word? I don't actually know anything about boats. I live in Nebraska.
I think jetty and jeté are the same.
Yeah, I just never seen the word jetty before.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
refer to them as. Yeah.
Okay. Spice Shop, the place to buy necessities and souvenirs, which is off on its own on the northern coast. Randleman Garden, a vast English garden. An English garden, that's interesting. Also, it's right around the ruins of Malaba, remnants of an ancient culture, which is the most English thing they could do, honestly. 11, far north is the grounded ship that is in the middle of the ocean. A reminder of a 40-year-old accident. And then down on the far southeastern side is Eleki Island, a deserted island that receives few visitors, which will be the end of the game, I bet.
Yeah, no, that seems about right. I wonder if like we do the jetty and like from there we go to the boat and then we go to Eleki Island and we just kind of, it's just like you pick one day and then you pick the other day, or if no, we're gonna break these up more. I'm curious to see what happens there.
By English garden, do you think they mean a hedge maze that we'll have to navigate before we get to the ruins of Marmelaba?
I mean, there might be some hedge maze component to it. I mean, an English garden is just a monument to colonialism.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yes,
just
absolutely.
it is we went, which is the funny thing here is that like it's an English garden, not in England. So it's just like
Yes.
you know all of the plants that they would put in an English garden can presumably just grow naturally here.
Yeah.
But Lospass Airport, the gateway to paradise. Lospass Airport. Lospass Airport is home to the Lost Highway and Past Highway interchange, so almost all visitors, whether arriving on the island by land or by air, must pass through the airport. It also serves as the gateway to overseas travel for residents of surrounding islands not fortunate enough to have their own airports. It goes without saying that this is a place where most tourists first set foot on Lospass Island.
It does show the nice airport complex in that inset picture.
It is.
So.
It's an extremely nice airport for an island you can walk around in a day.
There's definitely some like illegal money happening on this island.
There's got to be something going on.
All right. Page 7. We see the first floor counter and the second floor lounge of the airport. Fly into tomorrow. The south side of Lospass Island, with the airport and the highways running through it, is an area somewhat at odds with the rest of the island's resort image. Indeed, in aerial photographs of the island, this region appears strangely artificial. The airport facilities are not overly large, however, and retain a local atmosphere. The control room is located within a columnar building, of which the second and third floors are used as guest lounges. These floors all have connecting roads running directly to the highway. The interior of the building has a simple design, but with each floor decorated in a different color. This reflects the image of an airport as a place where people of different regions and different time zones gather before scattering out into the world. All the while, out on the runways, jet aircraft shatter the bounds of Earth, air, and time as they take off and land in a never-ending cycle.
Fucking
Uh,
Suda.
and then we have Virginia Airline, and we see the third floor lounge, which is blue. So green, red, and blue.
I would hang out in these airport lounges.
I would hang out in the second floor lounge if I was given an option. I kind of like the red orange they got going on.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Depends if I was preparing for a night flight, I would take the third floor lounge.
Mm.
Otherwise, I would choose the second floor lounge.
I've never taken a night flight anywhere.
Oh, they're so much fun. All right. White sand, translucent sea, blue sky, all brilliant. Power Beach. Power Beach. A sophisticated meal with a view of the beach. That's the diner on Power Beach. A diner alongside Power Beach. Enjoy a hearty meal for a handful of change. And then Power Beach, we have this willowy silhouette of a woman oh god, it was the guy who did Galaxy Express and
Oh, yes.
Luigi Matsumoto.
Yes.
This is so
Her hair's not long enough, but
no,
everything
her hair
else
is not long enough, but that is the pattern of
Yes.
the hair that she would take. Power Beach. If you wish to enjoy sunbathing or a dip in the sea, then the private beach attached directly to Flower, Sun, and Rain is perfectly adequate. But we recommend Power Beach as an alternative. Located on the south side of the island, it is a veritable microcosm of all the beauty the island has to offer. Taking lunch in the diner with its excellent view of the beach is also a must.
I love everything about the photography of this page layout.
It's so
I
good.
especially love the extremely edited in Power Beach on that sign.
Isn't it great? Imagine having to go through like so many photos to find this one, or do you think they just like, went and got someone to go take?
I'm
his
gonna be
photograph?
honest, I don't think this photo, like the top photo, is of a tropical beach. This looks like a cold like sea to me.
No, yeah, this is like extremely. This looks very like South Carolina. Actually, a number of these, like the one with the Adirondack chairs in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We got the palm trees. That might just be Florida. Actually, that could probably be, that could be the. Yeah, I very much am curious about where the provenance of these photos and which beaches we're photographing here.
Yes. It's very possible these are from all around the world, just cobbled together.
Which is great.
Yes. Spice Shop, a shopping center with essentials and unique souvenirs. Spice Shop, a highly convenient shopping center that has everything you may need during your stay on the island, from everyday goods to island specialties. Of course, the shop staff has gone to great lengths to handpick only the best goods available to create an exemplary lineup of products. Don't let the name fool you. This is no simple cooking store. If you're looking to go shopping, this is the place to be. And then we've got an amazing array of icons, including drooling Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, what?
And canned goods.
I first looked at that and I was like, no, it's a koala bear with a runny nose.
Oh, that's also possible.
That's what my brain went to.
Yeah.
I like we got a CD-ROM.
Yes.
And
This to me is like the idea of this spice shop being specifically about souvenirs is like such a quintessential like Japanese travel culture thing. You got to buy souvenirs for everyone you come back home with. So they're gonna have a store full of a bunch of knickknacks that are all themed around the Lospass Island. Good.
Yeah. I am losing my shit over the Spice Shop sign, the photograph of the Spice Shop sign in the upper upstate with the fucking palm tree frond just kind of covering it up.
Yes.
This is what? This is amazing.
Also, that looks like it is a sign like dangling from the third floor of a mall and not this like Texaco sign on the bottom inset below the Spice Shop logo.
Yeah, I don't like it. It looks, yeah.
A lot of time and space clash in these photos. I love this about this.
It's really good. I love this so much. I like that we went with the extremely blown up PlayStation 2 photo, like screenshot as the photo for the
Oh, Canada Closet.
Canada Closet.
Yeah.
Canada Closet, your special day in a tropical chapel. Canada Closet Church. Standing in the shade of the forest, the romantic Canada Closet Church is a traditional chapel created by the visiting missionary in the 19th century. Following its completion, residents of the island and its neighbors gathered here on days of worship. In 1954, it was redesigned and has since been the site of many joyous weddings.
Could you please explain to me which church is building Canada Closet Church?
Visiting missionary church.
Missionary church. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Oh my
not the
God,
original church though, because that's the redesign.
Yes. I scrolled down to the next page and immediately lost my mind.
Yeah, take it away.
Mond organ. Harmonia B3. Mondco. Mond organ. The first organ used in chapel wedding ceremonies was installed when the chapel was rebuilt, and the current model is one of the rarest in the organ world, the Harmonia B3 Mondco. Canada Closet Church Processional is an original piece combining Western hymns and traditional Micronesian wedding march. When it was first performed, the minister of the day decided it should be performed in this especially sweet harmony of the Dulciana organ setting 004432-000. To this day, the sweet sounds of the Dulciana envelop couples as they pledge their eternal love to one another. And then we got some fucking anime happening. This girl is tripping balls in the left corner. She's gone full Omen about this wedding. The interior of the wooden chapel is filled with unaffected warmth. The glittering stained glass behind the altar colorfully depicts flowers, sun, and rain, creating an overwhelming tropical mood. It is the perfect spot for couples who desire a special island wedding. The neighboring beach offers a picturesque setting in which to capture the image of newlyweds in their wedding dresses and tuxedos.
I guess we
so much.
I guess we couldn't put Hammond because the B3 organ, the Hammond B3 is like that's the organ. That's the fucking electric organ of all electric organs.
I don't know anything about electric organs.
Yeah,
so.
no, that is a classic instrument. That you know. So I guess they couldn't get Hammond, or they just wanted to just change the word, but they went with the B3 still.
Yeah,
this is wild.
My question about this wedding is they're in full dress and tuxedo, but everyone else is just in Hawaiian shirts.
That is how beach weddings get done sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have issues with beach weddings.
I feel like you'd either like everyone is in Hawaii, like, you know, tropical getup, or everyone is in full dresses and suits and tuxes. I don't know why you would half-ass it like this.
One of my favorite beach weddings I ever saw was it was a cosplay wedding, but only the bride and groom were in cosplay, and everyone else kind of showed up in whatever the fuck they were wearing. And this was like in the Outer Banks in North Carolina, so it was just like,
what were they cosplaying?
Fuck, what were they cosplaying? I don't think I knew they were wearing like. It was some anime shit, but I don't remember what anime shit it was.
Shinji and Asuka.
This was in like 1998.
That could be Shinji and Asuka. Ava's from 895.
Oh yeah, God, you're right.
I guess End of Ava might not be. I think End of Ava is later than that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's the only anime I can think of that has a notorious beach scene, other than every anime ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was very much just like, she had big green hair, but she wasn't Terra. I know that one.
Okay, yeah, that's
might have been Max and Miria, but I don't think he was because he had a sword.
Yeah, no idea.
I have no idea. All right, Randleman Garden. Wander into a strange world on a southern island. Randleman Garden. Take the path from flower, sun, and rain that runs through the wheat fields. What, fucking wheat fields? Sorry.
The hardy wheat fields of Micronesia.
Hardy wheat fields of Micronesia. Through the wheat fields toward the ruins of Marmalaba. And in a few minutes you will come to a forest. The forest is home to what was once a private English-style garden, created by a former hotel manager, Mr. Randleman. While a garden in name, it covers a very wide area, and it is divided into three broad sections. At the center of the garden are paths lined by hedges and trees. So there we go, our hedge mage, which were perhaps once pleasant lanes for relaxing strolls. Yet the tropical climate of Lospass Island made maintaining the hedges too difficult, and they were left to grow unchecked. The dense tree growth and wild vegetation has turned the area into a dark and confusing maze. When entering the garden, be sure to pick up one of the field guides posted at the entrance by each area by the forest navigators. Armed with these guides and a little luck, you may explore the garden without getting lost. And then we have this render of this path through the wheat fields. Both sides of the road leading to Randleman Gardens are wheat fields. And then what is this?
Marmaleba is apparently a fucking like spire from Xenosaga.
I was gonna say, look at this fucking like N64 Xenosaga port.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forest Navigator. Were you gonna say something?
No, I'm just like they're little robots.
Yeah. Obtain information from the Forest Navigators, Guardians of the Garden. The Forest Navigators are also known as the Guardians of the Garden. Their permission is required in order to pass the Garden Gate. Area 1, Shura Navi. HP 20, Defense 8. Excuse me! Here Shura means weak. Just as my name suggests, I'm a weak opponent. You will have no problem swiftly bringing me under your control. You simply need to overcome my defenses and do enough damage to reduce my hit points to 0. Are we going to do a fucking dungeon in this video game?
It certainly sounds like it, but...
Area 2, King of Lost Navi. I'm tough. I run fast. But a critical hit ignoring my defense? Now that's nasty. Hit points 5. Defense basically infinite. A metal slime, if you will.
It's 999 million?
Yeah. Area 3, Mahjong Beginner Navi. I've overcome my opponent's powerful hands to reach this point. I've got a straight run, the stuff of legends. Can I do this? First, I need to work out my points. This hand doubles up and is worth 32,000 points at base value, right? Then as dealer, I get a bonus worth 1.5 times that amount. Oh, anyone here good at math? Hit points? Question mark. Defense? 23,994.
Incredible. Ruin of Marmaleba. Explore the remnants of the island's lost culture. I think we get the Final Fantasy version of like a Zia here for this like this weird like it's made up of like Nazca lines. This is very funny. Beyond the Randleman Garden, in the deepest forest of Lospass Island, visitors may be surprised by the massive vertical stone tower that emerges from the trees. While it resembles a tower, it is little more than roughly hewn basalt. And like other giant stone monoliths from ancient times, across the world, it is unclear as to who created it and to what purpose. When Europeans first visited Lospass Island in the 19th century, there was none among the indigenous population who knew anything of the history of the ruins. However, a legend concerning the pattern carved into the surface of the stone has been passed down by word of mouth across the years, and this is believed to be part of the key to uncovering the lost pass of Lospass.
If there's a legend that's stuff the indigenous population knows about the plinth, come on.
But
all right. Next page. We have some wall paintings.
oh, here we go.
Wall paintings carved in relief on the surface of the ruins. And then we have illustrations making them more clear in case they weren't very, very obvious and clear in the first picture.
This is the illustration that they used to do the bas relief filter in Photoshop.
Yes.
On the stone texture.
A, the girl who spun 2 wheels. B, the girl who prayed while carrying flowers. C, the man who commanded 5 crows. The story carved into the ruins. It was a time before mankind possessed tools. A black-robed man who commanded 5 crows arrived and bestowed upon the people knowledge and tools. However, the foolish people used the gifts he had given them to wage war upon each other. Greatly upset by their actions, the man begged the gods for their forgiveness. The gods ordered the daughter of the black-robed man to be placed in the Tower of the Gods and to spin 2 divine wheels found within. When the 2 wheels were set to spinning, the people laid down their weapons and ceased their fighting. Many years passed, and yet the people of the land lived on in peace. The daughter of the black-robed man grew old. One day, a young girl felt sorry for the old woman of the tower and her continued spinning of the 2 divine wheels. She clutched a bouquet of flowers to their chest and prayed to the gods, telling them that men had become truly wise, and vowing that even if the divine wheels were to stop turning, there would be no wars. People of the land saw the girl, and they gathered around her and began to pray in front of the tower. As the sun appeared over the eastern horizon, a man arrived from over the seas carrying a box made of metal. The man looked over the praying people and with a wordless smile then stood in front of the tower. He turned to his left and began circling the tower, his footfalls making no sound. After circling the monument 24 times, he gently placed his hand on the tower's stone plate, opened his metal box, and started to chant. With that, the tower was transformed into the form of a giant man, and a gentle rain fell across the land. When the rain fell upon the old woman, it washed the years from her form, and she became young once again. The 2 divine wheels ceased their spinning and faded away. The people whom the rain touched lost their knowledge and their tools. After the man with the metal box watched the change in the people, he vanished into the west with the setting sun. To solve all problems, the man took everything away. Despite this, the ideal of nothingness he left behind led our ancestors to greatness.
Okay.
Sure.
I like this the man who commanded 5 crows.
He also looks like a crow.
I was gonna say, got some questions there about that man. But guide ships to safety with the silent sentinel. That's like, I like that. That's a command. It's like, you can go and do this. Like it's go crash through the waves on a jet ski. Guide ships to safety with the silent sentinel. Business tower. Lighthouse, business tower. The seabed around Lospass Island is highly irregular and uneven, greatly limiting the ability of large ships to navigate the area. In the last few decades, numerous ships have run aground here. The lighthouse, which is fondly called the business tower by locals, was built to avoid further shipwrecks. The site of the lighthouse is the most distant point on the island from Lospass Airport, and legend has it that ancient fishermen observed the moon, stars, and other celestial bodies from here in order to gain knowledge of the tides. In modern times, the view of the sea and star-filled night sky here remains the best the island has to offer. It is also a very popular spot for romantic rendezvous. And then we have a photo of a moon, a crescent moon seen looking up from the promontory from behind the lighthouse. To be totally accurate, this is the moon in phase 4.3 of the lunar calendar. Perhaps ancient fishermen stood in the same spot and said similar things.
Oh, I love ancient fishermen who are also pedants about moon phases.
So good.
Okay. Relic of the past, captive of the deep blue sea, stranded ship. An American research ship that ran aground here 40 years ago. Lospass Island is a coral atoll, and so common sense dictates that approaching the island is difficult for large vessels. Even so, it is not known why the ship became stranded. Though the islanders have watched the ship's descent into decay, there are few here who remember the details of the incident. Some things, perhaps, are best forgotten. Do they mean 50 years like the year 2010?
I guess so.
Or do they mean like 1950 when this magazine was made?
I mean, that's a good question. It's something we'll
Yeah.
have to ask ourselves as we play. Yeah, because that's I mean, that ship is so nondescript.
Yes. The starting point for all boat trips, jetty. If you wish to cross to one of the other islands surrounding Lospass, then you'll need to launch a boat from this jetty. The jetty is longer than average because of the difficulty of bringing any kind of vessel close to the island. A deserted island that receives few visitors, Eleki Island, a small deserted island off to the east of Lospass Island. The island is home to an automated public works facility and a number of caves, but not much else, which is why visitors are rare. If you do plan to make the crossing and you're not a champion swimmer, you should take a boat to ensure your safety.
An automated public works facility.
Yeah.
Also, I like the idea of a number of caves on what is still just a little bullshit coral atoll.
I don't think caves form in coral atolls.
I mean,
Unless they by caves they mean like nuclear bunkers from the old world.
that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because like there is some sense of nuclear war in the Silver Case. There is like nods toward like nuclear shelters.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's the thing. So I don't know, but it's not. It is very unclear about what they're talking about there.
Yeah.
Lost and Past Highway. Let the roads lead you to Lost Pass. The highway toll booth. The toll is ridiculously high, but just pay it. Like this toll booth. It's interesting we didn't have a commentary from Sumio about this at the beginning of the game.
No.
Lost Highway and Past Highway. These are the two main highways used when visiting Lost Pass Island from the surrounding islands. The road running along the north of the island is the Lost Highway, and the road running along the south is a Past Highway. There is no speed limit on either road, allowing one to enjoy an exhilarating drive along the coast. These roads, which can be seen stretching away over the water, were originally conceived by a local construction company, but work was halted due to a succession of accidents. After that, a large construction company from Kanto took over the project and it was completed 15 years ago. It was feared that the construction would damage the island's environment, but it was built in keeping with the environmental protection laws in place at the time. That's nice to know.
That's a shady thing to say
It's
to me.
such a shady thing to say. Also, this is a huge highway connecting.
Yes.
We don't. Where is it? Like looking at the map for this the surrounding ocean. It's like where
It implies that it stretches on for like hundreds of miles to me.
Though damn, that would be fun to drive on. That'd be fun to drive a Toyota Celica on. Cunningham Blue Sky Parking. Cunningham Blue Sky Parking. In accordance with environmental protection laws, cars running on petrol are given limited access to Lost Pass Island. Those who come in on the highway must leave their cars here in the Cunningham Blue Sky parking lot. The unique works of art atop the pillars of the gate leading out of the Blue Sky parking are a work of a famous modern artist. They are a symbolic representation of the fate visitors to Lost Pass Island will perhaps experience. Oh.
You mean inverted baby?
Inverted fetus?
Yeah, just fetus in utero. Are they just gonna play in utero like a fucking Muzak version of in utero?
God. And then we get this little like,
Clip art?
The little clip art. So good. What's going on here?
Next page. The greatest comfort on Lost Pass Island lies here. Hotel, Flower, Sun, and Rain.
I like that we get an ad for the only. Oh, because we're getting to the Flower, Sun, and Rain
it's the
category.
big break of the segment. Yeah.
I do like that we just get this big, like full page ad for the hotel in the brochure.
Yes.
I love when they do that. Hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain information. Flower, Sun, and Rain. The island's one and only hotel. The perfect place for a relaxing break. And then we have this little map.
Yeah.
And we got the little...
Do you think that all of the businesses on the island are owned by the same person?
I was wondering that. I was wondering if it was like if the hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain like owns the island, if there is a corporation that owns it, like
Yeah.
what, when we talked about like the hotel's former owner built the gardens, who owns it now, or was it the manager that was? Or
Is it like the public trust of the residents of the island that runs the island? Who knows?
Yeah.
Why do they have an international airport there?
Yeah.
A resort built with relaxation in mind. Lay back and let time stand still. Hotel, Flower, Sun, and Rain. Leave the airport behind and Power Beach will soon appear before you. Drink in the landscape's exquisite beauty as you pass by, and on the far side of the palm tree shaded road, the luxury hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain will come into view. Its mellow yellow and mandarin orange exterior is especially striking. The interior is a relaxing mixture of Occidental and Oriental styles. Step into the lobby and be transported away from the blazing sunlight. The calming atmosphere envelops you, heralding the start to your holiday. The effect reaches to your very core, and you immediately lose track of the passage of time. The hotel offers 3 types of rooms: twin suites and royal suites. For the ultimate resort experience, separate cottages are also available. The facilities also include a restaurant, bar, pool, and cinema, along with an attached private beach. Luxurious relaxation awaits you.
Incredible. Just beautiful, beautiful copy there. Um, Hotel. I like that this the on the page you were just reading, the photograph of that looks like it might have aligned with like the one where they have photoshopped in the PlayStation 2 render of the hotel behind the tree line.
Oh, yeah.
But like those are the only two things that have like lined up, I think, so far in terms of these might be from the same place.
Yes.
Hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain. Hotel map. It is with great pleasure that we welcome you to the Hotel Flower, Sun, and Rain. On behalf of all the staff, I wish your stay may become a most pleasant one. General Manager.
Not specific.
Not specific at all. No, I mean, is that Ado McAllister? Like, who's the?
Is it the guy who built the you know
Yeah.
the garden? Is it someone in between the two? Is
Yeah.
Ado McAllister the man who built the garden? Probably not. The name doesn't match.
No, it said who the guy was.
Yeah.
It was what's his face. He was a former manager, I thought. So we have an entrance and a front desk, a lobby, restaurant, Power Lunch. Power Lunch is this big, nice restaurant going on the first floor over here. We have men's room, women's room. On the second floor, we get the twin rooms and the power diner or power dinner bar and emergency exits. And then on the fifth floor, we get the power theater and the RF. What the fuck is the
Roof.
RF? The roof?
Roof.
Oh,
Roof
the
pool.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we got public phone. In case you need to make a call, you can go all the way from the lobby to the top of the building. And smart ball corner, a pool, and the bar Chiba Chiba. There's a lot of suites in between.
Yeah.
Got a whole ass movie theater on the fifth floor.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a very big theater, to be honest.
No, but still, when was the last
It's
time you
very
went
shallow.
when was the last time you went to a hotel that only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 rooms?
Plus cottages, which are
Plus
not on the
cottage.
map. Though I do question, like, where's the penthouse? Like, where are the, like, really big fuck-off rooms? Like, I guess there's those suites, like, on the, like, 308, 303, right?
Yeah, the Royal
But-
Suites are the...
They just don't seem that big, honestly.
Well, it's not a big island.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think the thing is, if you are the truly rich, you have a cottage. You got to do the cottage thing, and though the cottages didn't actually look that nice when we walked by them.
Yeah.
So
I guess we're flipping pages now because you did both maps,
yeah,
which makes sense.
yeah.
No, it's fine. Star-shaped hotel, the secret behind Flower, Sun, and Rain's unique star shape. I actually visited Lospass Island numerous times during the planning stages. Each time resulted in an important decision being made. Before seeing the isle for myself, my design was a little more than a stack of inorganic concrete crates. As hinted at here by Igor, the design gradually incorporated Oriental elements and was transformed into something far more in balance with its surroundings than the original design. His attention to detail even covered the stone fences, exterior materials, and largely wood-based interiors. The combination of simple functionality and Oriental elements creates a unique and invigorating environment that separates Flower, Sun, and Rain from other resort hotels. Igor also gives thanks to the shooting stars that welcomed him to the island on his first night. Perhaps the biggest surprise lying in wait for guests staying at the Flower, Sun, and Rain is revealed when they first see the hotel floor plan. Though difficult to tell from ground level, it becomes obvious when seen from directly above that the hotel is shaped like a star. This special design was created by Igor Ishizakaski. There is a story behind why he selected the star-shaped design too. On his first night on the island, after having been commissioned to completely refit and redesign the hotel, he was welcomed by a beautiful shower of shooting stars. The beauty of those shooting stars was almost too much for me. When I took this job, the first thing I decided was to make the exterior symbolic, iconic or something. Say, flowers, the sun, or maybe rain. I think it may be time to add stars to these 3 other features that so represent Lospass Island.
I'm looking at the layout of the hotel, and I'm just kind of like, How'd you get a star out of this?
Is the implication that this is? That doesn't make sense. I was like, is this radially like? Is floor one only showing one spike? No, right? That has to be true. That's not the case.
Yeah. Look at it. If you look at the like
Render.
the render, it's yeah. I don't.
Because there's like on the roof, you see the like points, like the feet of the star, right? But those aren't replicated in any of the other floors.
No,
Are they just ornamental then? Maybe.
they might be. Well, because we see like these. There's windows. I mean, if we go down to the next page, like, Eagle.
Well, that's from the front. That's like where
Yeah.
like where the bar power diner and restaurant power lunch look out. They have these enormous bay windows.
Oh yeah. Well, I like this. We get Igor in the wireframe writing. Igor Ishizukoski, an architect of the 24 Wards project. Oh, okay. So we're tying this back into the 24 Wards over here. Igor Ishizukoski. Igor Ishikawa was born in Kanto, but his parents are from Sorenbo in the East Kurumaru district. He planned many of the residential facilities during the renewal of the Kanto 24 wards. He's known for his simple, functional designs.
How unique is it for Micronesian resorts to have Asian influence? Is my question here. I don't think that's probably that unique.
No.
Hotel Flower, Sun and Rain landscape. Pass through the arched gate and proceed along the gentle curving pathway. The surrounding palm trees create a mysterious, impenetrable air. The way in which the hotel suddenly emerges as one clears the curve creates a stunning first impression. This is all part of Igor's grand design.
This is my design.
This is his design. The sea cannot be seen from the window of the highest royal suite. This is not an architectural miscalculation, but is actually faithful to the tradition on this and the surrounding islands that houses from which the sea cannot be seen command the highest status. Yeah, but that sucks. Imagine if you go to a tropical place and you can't even see the ocean.
I wonder what you see then, because it's a fucking island.
Yeah.
It's a small island. What do you see?
Well, if it's facing... Where is it facing? I'm sorry, I'm scrolling back up. No, it's facing north, so it's looking out on the ocean, right? Because the entrance is what faces the majority of the island, I would assume. Yeah. So I don't know what else you would see other than the fucking ocean. Light colors and superior ventilation are design elements simulating traditional construction in the tropics.
Is that true?
I don't know. I don't think that's true. I do think it's interesting. I noticed that they mentioned this hotel was redesigned at some point. This entire place is like a modern reconstruction of the idea of what this island used to be.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we get the next. We get the cottages in the next one. Okay. The hotel has many large windows, offering countless exhilarating views of its natural surroundings. A clean, tiny bedroom. Can you imagine any better place to sleep? That looks less like two twin beds shoved together in the PlayStation 2 render. The individual cottages are set slightly apart from the main hotel and have highly original bungalow-style design. The surrounding trees offer a further level of exclusive privacy. I like the highly original bungalow-style design. This is like fucking every horrible sandals in the like South Pacific.
I also love that it's like all the trees offer privacy and there's like two scant palm trees.
They're dead. Those are dead palm trees.
Welcome to Hotel Flower, Sun and Rain hotel information. First floor, front restaurant, power lunch. Second floor, bar, power dinner. Fifth floor, cinema, power theater. Roof pool, smart ball corner, bar, chiba chiba. Always welcomed with a smile. Check in with a smile. Front desk, first floor. This is Mondo Sumio's ticket for the record. Room rates are subject to 10% service and 3% tax charge. That's wonderful. That's so low.
It really is.
To check in or check out of the hotel, you will need to come to the front desk on the first floor. This is also the best place for any inquiries or to enlist the help of the hotel staff. What's your sales tax in where you're at?
Ah,
You don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what sales tax. 6%.
Okay. Ours is 7.
I'm sorry, you pay 1% more in sales tax than we do.
I know. I just was like 3%. That's so fucking low.
Yeah. Well, we tax the shit out of cigarettes and alcohol,
Oh, okay.
so maybe we make up for it there. And also, like, bars.
Mm-hmm.
Serious stamina needed to endure serious sunshine. Restaurant power lunch. If you need to fill that hole in your stomach, then Power Lunch is the place to come. The restaurant specializes in seafood and steak, but lighter fare such as pasta and pizza are also available. The
a
wide
light of pasta and pizza.
the wide selection of gourmet dishes will surely satisfy both your stomach and your palate. Give your body what it needs to make the most of your holiday. The shrimp and lemon herb soup is quite salty, but it is one of the most popular dishes at Power Lunch and a must try.
That's shrimp heads and some tea. You can't fool me.
Those are whole prawns,
Yeah.
and you get a nice little slice of bread. And it isn't a fucking tea mug though. That is like a shitty tea mug.
Yes.
Roof pool. If you've had enough of Mother Nature's beach, try the roof pool. The purification and filtration device runs 24/7, maintaining crystal clear water. Enjoy a dip and try the other rooftop facilities too. Head to the roof for that urban resort vibe. Smart Ball Corner. The game corner is a luxurious way to while away the hours. You'll find 6 smart ball tables and 2 pinball tables awaiting your eager fingers. Bar Chiba Chiba. Enjoy a frosty cold drink after a dip in the pool. Your drink will be brought over to you as you relax.
Do you think they allow kids at this resort?
I haven't seen any.
Yeah. To me, this like screams no kids allowed.
Yeah, no.
I do think their menu needs some work though. This is not the kind of food pretension I'm looking for.
You don't want seafood steak, pasta pizza, and shrimp and lemon herb soup?
I think it's weak. I think this is the part where I'm like, this doesn't pass the sniff test.
But they
to me.
will bring your cold drink over to you while you relax.
That makes sense to me.
But they won't do that at Power Lunch.
Bar, power dinner. Dinner and drinks together again. When were they separated? The restaurant Power Lunch, located on the 2nd floor, is focused on a stamina building menu. Those who want to enjoy a more mature, reserved atmosphere should head to Power Dinner. Relax in the dimmed lighting and enjoy a meal of fresh fish accompanied by cocktails. This really is a bar where you can have everything your way. Our bartender, Stuart Rock. We have a wide variety of cocktails. Please feel free to order.
Stuart Rock.
Incredible.
Stuart Rock has beautiful eyelashes. Oh, here we go. Cocktail time. Cocktail recommendations from the Power Dinner Bar. The cocktail selection. And we have the Earthquake, which is dry, 37 degrees. Dry gin, whiskey, and Pernod. This tectonic tumbler will shake you to the core with every alcohol-infused sip.
I've never had Pernod.
I've never.
I do not know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is anise, so I bet I'd like it.
Oh, gross. I am definitely the Hills like white elephants. The disappointed that everything tastes like licorice. That's me. Spring feeling, dry, 32 degrees. Dry gin, chartreuse, green. Do they make other kinds of chartreuse?
I don't think so.
Lemon juice. Ooh, like just as a variation. I hate chartreuse. I can't do it. It's bad.
I'm not like the biggest fan.
No. As a variation, our very own house bartender Stuart Rock recommends the highly popular summer feeling. All you do is reduce the lemon juice to 10 milliliters and add 10 milliliters of watermelon juice to create the original cocktail inspired by a Lospass summer day. Well, Stuart Rock, that's not the recipe here. Grasshopper, peppermint green, sweet, 15 degrees. Peppermint green, creme de cacao, white, fresh cream. This springy little number can be transformed into a cucumber by leaving the fresh cream as float rather than mixing it into the drink. Blue lady, sweet, 17 degrees. Blue curacao, dry gin, lemon juice, egg white. Also has a variation called the pink lady, which replaces the blue curacao with grenadine.
That sounds fucking awful. That much grenadine? Are you kidding me?
So much grenadine.
That's half the drink is grenadine.
I used to put shit tons of grenadine in my Diet Coke.
I like a dry cocktail. That may be unsurprising.
Yeah, no, I'm a dry cocktail person too. I would never drink something with egg white in it though. That's never happening. No.
I don't think I've actually ever had a cocktail like went in. I would try that.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking do it. I also don't believe in like the closest I get to like cream drinks is like if I will have like Kahlua and milk.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I'd put gin in the glass and maybe put like an olive on it, and then we're going to go away. Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, I can respect that. I love. Yeah, that's good.
Maybe we'll do tonic water if I'm just like I want things watered down because I don't want to drink too much.
I went through a period where I was like, you could just hold the vermouth, just give me gin and olive. I do enjoy a little more.
Yeah, it does open the gin up. Like I do believe that.
This guy clearly just loves his gin though, because that's like half the drinks on this fucking recommendation.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, when you are in, kind of an oppressively hot tropical
there's not a
environment,
single rum drink here. It's a tropical resort.
No, but this is not rum country.
No, but the people going here don't know that.
That's true. I mean, we're having grasshoppers, and like that's just like blowing my mind here. Fresh cream and like a tropical island. No, we're doing it. Dry gin, the silver bullet, the medium, 30 degrees. Dry gin, kumul, lemon juice, a sour, hardcore little number that is perfect for fending off the undead.
What's kumul? Kumul is a sweet, colorless liqueur flavored with caraway seeds, cumin, and fennel. That sounds interesting. I would try that.
Yeah, fennel. That's fennel and caraway. I guess that's...
These are like some like nuanced drinks. I feel like for the resort bar where people are just trying to get smashed.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's...
These people are drinking fucking like Mai Tais and Sex on the Beaches and, vodka Red Bulls all day long.
Yeah. No, going to the tropical resort and having like the chartreuse drink is really blowing my mind. Like what I'm gonna have the French monk liqueur on.
I want to believe this guy is just like really into the craft of bartending, but somehow ended up in this fucking resort.
I like it's really funny because like I knew people that like went to like culinary school and things like that, and like the jobs you get that are like good stable jobs are like you are in like resort hotels and like they're like kind of like they have a kind of a weird like high turnover rate. It's the time they did, but like my friend like fresh out of like school was like they gave him a job and he was like basically come up with your own menu, figure it out, like just you were head chef, just go to town.
Oh my god, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, he was just like he lasted I think like a year before he was just like I can't do this anymore. This is too much. Got no support at all, of course, but. Got to live on a tropical island for a year and just like run a kitchen, but like they do like they can tend to be a little batshit. So I can kind of see like this mixologist who's just like I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want and everyone can deal with it.
Yeah.
That kind of tracks for me. God, was it Josh Sawyer? Game director Josh Sawyer was just like getting wild about like an entire like mini bar fridge worth of chartreuse. I was posting about it on Blue Sky the other day. It was just like I've arrived. I was just like, damn, okay. The director of Pentiment, like definitely I could see getting down with the chartreuse. Okay, I think we're done here. Power theater
No,
time.
no, we have one more drink.
We
We have
didn't
to
do the
talk
red
about
eye.
the fucking
The
red
red
eye.
eye, medium, 2 degrees. Beer, tomato juice. Perfect for the red eyes over drinking can cause. A refreshing cocktail that will pick you right back up.
2 degrees. This is the coldest drink. The
I'm,
rest of the is this meant to be? Is this meant to be Fahrenheit? I don't understand. 2 degrees?
I mean,
Because the rest of the drinks are in Fahrenheit. Like a drink at 37 Celsius. That's not. That's not it. That's. I promise you, that's not it. This is a slushy. This is a beer and tomato juice slushy. The grossest drink I could ever conceive of.
yeah.
I don't like tomato juice. Never have. I've recently gotten into gazpacho, and it's been a revelation. But I still just like I drink a V8, and I'm like, this is the barfiest drink I've ever had. I've never liked a clamato. It seems like a thing I'd be into. I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's been our drink corner. I don't actually drink that much. Is the worst part. Most of my drinking
Oh,
days are behind me. I feel like.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe these are measurements of bricks. Or brie? I don't know. Degrees
What?
of
I don't know.
sweetness. I'm a Difford's
Ooh.
guide for discerning drinkers. A
Oh.
liquid sweetness is measured on a scale called bricks or brie, whichever. At 20 degrees centigrade. 1 degree bricks is equal to 1 gram of sugar and 100 grams of water and sugar solution. Or to put it another way, there's 1 gram of sucrose sugar and 99 grams of water in the 100 gram solution. To balance citrus fruits such as lemon and juice, a rough rule of thumb is to use 20 milliliters, 2/3 of an ounce, at 65 bricks to 30 milliliters of citrus juice.
But why would the red eye be so low?
Well, there's no sugary things in it.
Yeah, but like the earthquake's really high, so I assumed high meant less.
Yeah. Because it says it gets dry. I have no idea what's going on
Yeah, I
here.
don't know either. If you know, write in. Please let us
Yeah.
know. If this is using this weird like sucrose measurement tool, that only feeds my suspicion that this guy is just a drink freak.
Right?
Yeah.
I've never been this much of a freak about, I don't think, anything in my life. I'm
No.
like, put alcohol in the glass and I'll drink it. If it's bad, I'll
I'm
say
a
I don't
little
want it.
more pretentious than that, but yes, not by that much. All right, Cinema Power Theater. Classics of the silver screen come alive. Cinema Power Theater, 5th floor. Projector. While some may not see the point in journeying to a distant resort just to sit in a darkened room for hours on end, the Power Theater Cinema in the Flower, Sun, and Rain offers a totally different experience than your local multiplex. The films shown here are handpicked from a wide selection of films, ranging from big budget blockbusters to minor indie flicks, and are sure to amuse and entertain all who pass through the doors. The cinema's projector runs at 30 frames a second. Why? I'm seeing the rarest films collected from around the world projected slightly too fast.
Do you think it's because this game ran at 30 frames per second on the PlayStation 2?
Maybe, but it makes me feel crazy.
Uh-huh. That's it. Yeah. That's amazing.
I do love the idea of like having this world class but really selective film archive here, but we don't get to see the freak who runs the projector. We got to introduce the bartender, but we're not
Right?
going to know the weirdo who's done this, like the film vampire who lives high up on the 5th floor of the hotel.
Yeah, I want to know about that. Also, I really love the tiny fucking screen.
Yes.
And then there's
Yes.
there's 3 like quadrants of seats.
Yeah, it's a really wide, shallow theater, and the screen looks like shit.
Uh-huh. And judging from this, it looks like the projector's not even filling the screen. It's
No, this is like a student projector you would have for like a gymnasium.
uh-huh.
But they have the rarest films on earth, and they're projecting them wrong.
God, I remember in like elementary school when we used to have library days and we'd get to do film strips, and like I'd always like just beg to run the projector because it was so much fun to like it was one of these fucking projectors, and it was so much fun to load the film strips on it and run the projector. That's all.
Yeah.
Film premiere Cinema information now showing A Front Line in Louisiana, 1998 U.S. Canto collaboration. Sonny Balboa, Tabs Balboa, Sayaka Bayan. An hour and 32 minutes. God, unless we watched an hour and 32 minute long movie. This is an amazing illustration here. A Front Line in Louisiana, a heartwarming comedy masterpiece filled with laughs and tears. A woman announcer said, "A Front Line in Louisiana." The interview, B Brothers, Front Line in Louisiana, interview with the Balboa brothers. Unsuccessful action stars find success in comedy. I think we should trade off reading Tabs and Sonny.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I will take Sunny.
Okay. The Balboa brothers? The who? I know that's what your readers are thinking, but come on, man. You've seen us before. Remember Indochine Syndrome? The man who played by Tom Lawrence takes out a pair of kung fu fighters with few swift blows. Remember? You got it now. That's us. The coolest, funkiest pair you're ever gonna see. I know you remember us. Having barely sat down for the interview, and before I can say a word, Tabs Balboa is off to the races. He's talking a million miles a minute, and I don't even know exactly how to handle him. Luckily, Sonny Balboa arrives and calms Tabs down.
Hey, cut that out, Tabs. The only film we've been in that have had any success is Frontline in Louisiana, after all. Sonny's right. I was just going to do that. Yes. Sonny's right, of course. Until the unexpected hit of A Frontline in Louisiana, the Balboa brothers were nothing more than nameless physical actors. But that is quickly becoming a thing of the past. This low-budget gem of a comedy has caught the hearts of many at the top level of the movie business. The brothers are likely struggling under the weight of the offers pouring in from across the world, and yet Tabs still seems unable to shake off the chip on his shoulder from their stint as nameless action dummies.
Well, to tell you the truth, we really suffered through our nameless years. I try to remember the feeling of hunger gnawing in my gut even now. Keep that edge, right? Crazy, isn't it? One hit film and now we're supposed to act like big stars? That's out of the orbit, man. I'm just trying to keep my head straight, you see? You see?
Yeah, but walking the streets and not being recognized would make me nervous, though, you know? Excuse me, one of the Balboa brothers over here? Hello?
A Frontline Louisiana hitting it big is like a dream come true, you think? But to me, it feels more like this is all the dream. The fact the movie hit it big was pretty much a coincidence anyway. Just as Tab says, A Frontline in Louisiana was not initially planned as a comedy at all. The first draft was all serious, all social problems, like an examination of the human heart, whatever. And to be honest, even when we started filming, I didn't intend to turn this into a comedy. Not at all. I was just desperate to make the change from a meaty musclehead into like a deep character actor. I was totally consumed with that single goal. My role is that of a quiet, middle-aged man, after all. I talk a lot, as I'm sure you've noticed, but in this role, I'm supposed to be a man of few words. It was really tough for me, as you sure I can imagine, but in the end, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep my big trap shut. So as a result, the movie was taken to be a comedy. The first test screening was just bizarre. Everyone in the theater was laughing from start to finish. The laughs never stopped, non-stop. I thought we were laughing at how bad it all was, so the two of us slipped out of the emergency exit.
We were used to being action stars, right? But I never felt as low as I did right then. These were the most prominent roles we'd ever had, and yet we crept out of the test screening like whipped dogs, man. Whipped dogs.
But the quick-eyed producer came right after us and said it was the greatest comedy he'd seen, like of all time. He said it was going to be a big hit.
I didn't believe him. What do you think is the secret of the film's success, then? To be honest, well, I still don't really know.
Yeah, and in between the completion of the film and its release, something terrible happened too. I'm totally unable to give an unbiased evaluation of it. The sad event to which Tabs refers is the death of Kanto-born actress Sayaka Bayan, who portrayed the cable TV announcer in the movie. A middle-aged man who has never left his room in Louisiana for countless years falls in love at first sight with an Asian woman he happens to see on TV. He's looking for something to change himself, something like that. Desperate to meet her, he bites the bullet, leaves his room. He manages to get a janitorial job at the cable TV station where she works, but when he finally makes it into the studio where Bayan should have been,
all he finds is me.
That's right. A middle-aged CG programmer hard at work on Bayan's 3D model.
Your performance was stellar, Tabs.
But of course, while making the film, we met the real Bayan. Boy, she was, well, beautiful doesn't cut it. I was at a loss for words.
But that helped you do the perfect performance, didn't it? You always get so carried away otherwise, bro.
No need to bring that up now. Anyway, I stand by my assessment that there's no better than Bayan to have played a virtual idol who exists only on cable TV. Ironic indeed that she had to leave the world behind so soon, so young. It still upsets me so much. I mean, really, why? Why'd she have to leave us? Why? But all that aside, it can be said this film deals with very important topical themes and provides some top-notch laugh, too.
Yep, that's right. After all, what else is there at the bottom of the barrel aside from laughter? Even if those laughs are not intended?
Well, nothing has ever gone according to our original plans. It's one thing after another wherever we go. So I hope everyone sees our film can really laugh, right from the heart. That's all we want.
Man. This fucking movie.
This fucking movie.
I'll take the next page.
Yeah, go for it.
Theater size sound at your size. Powerful and high quality sound. All guest rooms in Flower, Sun, and Rain are outfitted with the Stampede sound system, which provides the ultimate auditory stimulation direct from Power Theater. Infinity Series speaker system. The Stampede sound system is used across the entire world, in cinemas, for outside music events, and even in your own living room. To celebrate the 45th anniversary of our company, we are proud to announce the world's first transforming survival speakers, the Infinity System. By attaching an information terminal to the input on the side of the speakers and inputting the desired mode number, 1. Croak Croak Frog, 2. Twin Sleeping Bed, 100% natural down, 3. Super Mobile Cannon, 4. Mountain Bike, 5. Normal speakers, and then the desired size, 1 to 5. The form and size of the speakers can be easily and simply transformed to the shape desired. It goes without saying that the speaker mode includes our highest quality technology, the Delta 3 series, Stampede Corporation. Simultaneous screenings at the theater. Tonight, a 1987 film, Italy, starring Kurt Kurgan, Al Labici, Jacqueline Love. This is a smooth 83 minutes. Me, you, and a third person. A bizarre love triangle twists time and space. Temporal science suspense that would give Pythagoras a headache. Also, 1979, a 2000 film from Hokuriku, starring Nikiko Mototani, Joki Toriyumi, 2 hours and 14 minutes. On the night when their parents are both killed in an accident, a highly sexual younger sister returns to her family home. The relationships between sister and brother and wife slowly start to break down.
Power Theater, baby.
I would watch Tonight. I'm not watching 1979. I would probably love a Frontline in Louisiana. Let's be real.
Frontline Louisiana sounds incredible. Yeah, no, I would watch all of these. I would watch 1979. 1979 is definitely going to be at like a terrible film festival.
I would like to know what the shape of Croak Croak Frog is, and when I set it my speakers to Croak Croak Frog.
Yeah, I'm very. I hope at some point we have to plug into the Stampede sound system.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a terminal input.
Yeah,
and we can dial all those numbers.
Our whole job is terminal inputs.
It is. All right, here we go. Meet some of the people who are fascinated by Lospass. Lospass Island, who's who? 3 years of capturing Lospass Island. Photographer David Chapman. The photographer David Chapman is a man of few words. He recounts his 3 years of living on Lospass Island not in words, but in precious images. And so here we have a photograph of a silhouette of a woman on the beach. One of the reasons that I grew to so love this island is because of its rambling, disjointed scenery. Yet it's a small enough island that you can see it all in a single day.
Next page, we have this picture of a flower. Though it may become a common feature of resorts, but even though Lospass Island is a public place, it feels private, exclusive. Yeah, that's me, stating the obvious. Then we have this picture of a dog. A camera sees things that often can't be seen, sees too much, yet sometimes it fails to capture things that any human could see. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Then this picture of a woman that we used to solve our puzzle, a portrait taken in one of the suites in Flower, Sun, and Rain. Chapman often used his partner to photograph. And then we got a picture of a turtle under the water. The Lospass large ocean turtle is on the brink of extinction, so seeing one nowadays is a rare thing. Measuring this one revealed it to be an impressive 128 centimeters, but that's actually pretty average for the species. David Chapman. Born in America in 1979, he won an award for his photography of the scene of a series of murders in Kanto, and also received overwhelming support from some enthusiasts. From 1980 to 1983, he lived in Lospass. Using an Opti Instant camera, he took many photographs of the island scenery and his partner. And then one of this pier leading to like a gazebo cabana. Being on this island makes me forget the passage of each day. It's a strange feeling, but I continue to take instant records of my life here. It's beyond me to tell if there's truly any meaning in this action. And then we got a picture of the camera. Optical snapshot emulator, Opti Instant Camera. Optical snapshot emulator, BIC alpha, film sensitivity, exposure, and shutter speed can all be numerically entered, allowing a multitude of different photos to be taken. Also has an instant development function to print your photos on the spot. Opti Corporation. This makes it very clear that this magazine is absolutely from the year 2001, even if the game does not take place in 2001.
Yeah, it does. You're right. What a weird thing. When does this game take place? Meet some people who are fascinated by Lospass. Lospass Island Who's Who. El Soulfight, the true fighter, the hero who rewrote the heroic legend of Lospass, returns to the island after 20 years. Wrestler, Mr. Pirate, formerly El Soulfight. Mr. Pirate. Mr. Pirate came to the island on a short notice. He was on vacation. He was a gentleman and agreed to be interviewed by us, even though it was during his private time on vacation.
Do you want to do the questions? I will do.
Yeah. How does it feel to be back on Lospass Island after so long?
Feel? It don't be feeling like nothing. This is a holiday. Just a holiday. Yar, bringing myself here, asking myself, what in fighting? What should I be doing as a fighter? I'm just on the lookout for something that'll lay waste to the monotony of everyday life, you see?
20 years ago, you shattered the leg of Lumberjack, the hero of Lospass Island.
Aye, I did it that. Well, it was a case of either him or me. If I hadn't done it to who knows if I'd be standing here talking to you today. I guess I was also asking myself, how strong are you, lad? It was me, one shot at glory, so I grabbed it like a drowning man reaches for an oar.
After that, you became the new hero of Lospass Island.
When I'd heard that Lumberjack had gone to meet Davy Jones, I realized that fighting could be a battle of lives, of life itself. If things had been different, it could have been my leg that was broken. I think the fear of that moment sailed into old Lumberjack, and they were mighty large in his chest.
Though now retired, you continue to perform numerous mighty feats yourself, do you not?
Yar, the small details of the world aren't worth a barnacle on a bulkhead. Never cared for 'em, never will. I still believe, even at my age, that the more a man be polished, the more he shines with potential. I think I be living proof of it. What I've been thinking is that I have me a path that is long and distant to the end of it. But so be it. I'm up for the challenge. No matter how hard it gets, I'll not be turning back. I be turning this into an epic poem at the minute, actually. That be the role of we wrestlers, to teach this to young'uns today. That is not all there is, that more lies ahead.
What do you think of the current professional wrestling and fighting scene?
Nothing at all. In my wrestling, fighting was everything. Talking and feelings ain't needed, ain't wanted.
Tell me a little about El Crasher, currently joining you on the island.
Well, that young'un need only continue to show me his fighting. There's nothing for an old sea dog like me to be teaching it. Just needs to be drinking in this air and washing away his worldly desires. All that I'd be expecting from him, I've no idea what comes after that. So one thing I should be telling him, however, it would be to remember his fight of 210. That he can't have forgotten what it was like. First bout as a main fighter. The call of the crowd. He doesn't realize the dragon is just toying with him, you see. What I want to feel is the blood-spitting death match. Before, after, the only time I ever felt that kind of crasher is then. 210.
Can you summarize your thoughts for the future of professional wrestling in the fighting world?
The folk here on the island be aware of such things, do they?
Cable TV is very popular here, actually.
Very well. There can be one thing, a maxim of mine, that fighting be an amusement that can be set out into the world, not be needing no words. Just like this blinking surfing interwebs thingy. It be crossing the boundaries of countries. I always be saying, it can't be forced into a single definition, a single form. Finally, I recently be starting to hear the voices of those who now understand this. And it's because I've been constantly giving it out.
You think the fighting world has been closed off until now, then?
Even if fights be organized by a bunch of scurvy sea rats, that still be fighting, still be wrestling. But fighting be more than that. And even as I be constantly asking the questions of what that more may be, no answers be coming back to me. What I be trying to say is that, in such limited experience, nothing but a small taste of glory, you can't be thinking of underestimating this, you understand this. Well, but while the audience just be wanting to see two people fighting, put it simply, that's all you need to show them.
Thank you for taking time out of your holiday to talk with us.
We gotta read these captions. El Sol fight screams in the ring after defeating Lumberjack. It was at this moment, 20 years ago, that the legend of Lospass Island began to change. And then underneath, Mr. Pirate, unknown background. He appeared in the pro wrestling world under the name El Sol Fight 2 years ago. He has fought in many legendary death matches. 20 years ago, he defeated Lumberjack, the much-loved hero of Lospass, and took over the title. He has since retired to train his successors. His relationship with El Crusher is well known. He is currently planning to publish a book of poetry. I love this for him.
Yeah, the pro wrestler coming to the island. That's just wonderful. Meet some of the people who are fascinated by Lospass. Lospass Island, who's who? Special contributor, Stéphane Charbonny. Doctor of Engineering, Stéphane Charbonny. Human inspiration is the key to drawing unexpected, unprecedented results from intricately planned machines. We have rear gear, 15 teeth, and front gear, 48 teeth. In my line of work, I'm often faced with impending deadlines. Science, not specifically limited to my own specialty in systems engineering, is a field that demands strict, rigid thinking. The creation of a conclusion through the fireless, repetitive gathering and accumulation of data and running of experiments and investigations. However, the visitation of that special instant in which a bold new theory strikes, the instant required to connect this inert data into a mighty new conclusion does not, for me, occur in the laboratory. Rather, for the most part, it comes from when I am staying in my favorite spot. The only hotel facility on Lospass Island, Flower, Sun, and Rain. For example, at the moment, the largest bicycle race in the world is currently taking place back in my home country. Yet every day, from right here beside the pool, I am able to check in near real time, not only the results of the race, but also the form of each racer, the settings of their bicycles, even the weather on the course, all over the internet. Every day, the racers adjust their gear ratio according to their predictions for the coming day's race. The gear ratio is determined by the number of teeth on the front gear divided by the number of teeth on the smaller rear gear. Based upon the information I gather from the internet, I attempt to predict the gear ratio that will best suit the next leg of the race. I believe that the instant of selecting this gear ratio must be a truly thrilling moment for each racer. It is not an exaggeration, after all, to say that it is this moment that decides victory or defeat. However, as you are aware, that does not mean that everyone can be a winner. The winner is the one who, it could be said, takes a step into the realm beyond that which can be predicted. What the winner has that the loser lacks is inspiration. There's no other way to say it. I am waiting for inspiration by the pool again today. Waiting for something that can never be found in a laboratory. Stéphane Charbonny. Born in France, mainly researches automatism theory in factories. He is a direct doctor of systems engineering and a regular guest at the Flower, Sun, and Rain Hotel.
What a ridiculous man. I also want to wait for inspiration to strike at poolside at all times.
Yeah.
All right. Next page, radio program guide. FM Lospass at 76.2. Playing top 100 countdown based on charts and sales from all over the world on air from 9 to 11. And that's not 11. That's 9 p.m., 9 to 9. Music FM Fever at 77.7. 24-hour non-stop dance music from popular canto disco Mania Floor. On air 24 hours a day. Info.lospass at 80.3. current affairs on Lospass Island, weather, and other local news that will facilitate your stay from 4:30 to 10:30 p.m. WWN at 83.0. Brought to you in association with the World News Network, covering everything from politics to the latest fashion trends from overseas, from 11:30 a.m. to 11 at night. FM Melody Shower, 84.9, bringing all genres of music, new, old, from east to west, the perfect cure for those trendy pop music blues, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Radio 4U at 88.4. Born from the Info dos Lospass station, dedicated to music played at callers' requests, from 8 a.m. to 2500. 1 a.m., I guess, but wow, what?
Yeah.
And then we have here a pedometer. And on the side it says the world's most popular pedometer, Fat Boy Slim. But Fat Boy Slim, the O in boy is the male symbol pointing from like towards the Y.
Yeah.
Good shape revolution. So stays attached until you walk 10,000 steps. See the change in yourself when that happens. I just can't lose weight. That was me, my final conclusion after trying and failing at every known diet. I couldn't even fit through the bedroom door. My wife had long since lost all attraction to me, and I spent every day feeling dejected and distraught. It was Mother who strongly recommended the step counter, Fat Boy Slim, to me. Still, now a true believer, I nevertheless purchased one and strapped it on. The change was instantaneous. The almost unbearable feeling of my body being squeezed, of sweat and fat starting to flow, and yet knowing that I had to walk 10,000 steps before I could get it off. I hated exercise, rarely even left the house, and yet, at that moment, I smashed through a window to get out onto the street. The 10,000 steps were over in what seemed like an instant, and another surprise awaited to me. I had already dropped a massive amount of weight. Indeed, I was already on the borderline. If I had to pick a size, then I would have gone with thin. What's more, my beautiful woman, who just then happened to ask me directions, is now my girlfriend.
Unbelievable.
Do you know the thing about the 10,000 steps every day?
That it's bullshit. It was what?
Yeah, it was marketing for a pedometer in Japan in the 70s, and 10,000 just is used as like a number, like, you know, a broad number meaning innumerable. It could have just been the billion jillion steps counter, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just a shorthand word, but when America heard 10,000, they thought it was science because it was coming from Japan with like a pedometer attached, and it's become medical dogma even though it's total bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to, like, a couple years ago, I was like, I'm going to exercise more or whatever. And I was like, 10,000 steps seems genuinely really hard unless you just have a lot of time or a job where you walk for your job. And I don't. I work in an office. And I was looking up, why do they say 10,000? And yeah, the answer is just total marketing bullshit.
Yeah, no, my Samsung watch like defaulted to that. And I was just like, fuck you. Like every day it was like chastising me. It's like, you didn't meet your step goal. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is my step goal? And I looked at it. I was like, that's not happening. Shut up.
Yeah.
It was funny enough. When I was in the hospital after when my heart decided to crap out, after like I recovered from surgery, they were like, you know, it's just good to get up and like walk around, you know, for your recovery. And I was like, okay, sure. And so I would get up and I'd like walk around because I was bored anyway, sitting in the hotel, in the hospital bed. And they had these signs every 10 feet. On all the walls throughout the hospital that are like, every 10 feet reduces your stroke risk. Meaning like, you know, just keep walking 10 feet and you reduce your risk for stroke. Apparently this is, you know, new medical dogma. And so I was just kind of like, okay. So I just kept walking and following the signs one day. And I ended up on like the other side of the hospital system. And like everyone there was like, who are you and why are you here? And I was like, I was following the 10-step stroke signs. And they were just like, you're from the cardiac. You're supposed to be like 3 buildings over. I'm like, I just kept walking through your little like, you know, catwalks over the streets.
God.
And apparently the entire time, like my doctors were like looking for me. They're like, where did this patient go? Yeah. And apparently they still talk about, you know, the bitch who walked all around the hospital system. following the reduce your stroke risk signs. All right, okay. Arriere Cup 28, a clash of champions. The 28th Arriere Kingdom Cup. This is Vimonte's Trequartista Clemen. Trequartista. I don't know if that's anything actually at all. All bets are on Vimonte. The Arriere Kingdom Cup, a soccer tournament that invites the top teams from around the world to compete, is entering its 28th year. The favorites this time are are the kings of the Italian League, Vimonte. They are expected to play in 3-4-1-2 formation. The passing between their highly aggressive midfielder Clemen and the goal-grabbing duo of strikers Fantini and Malatesta has to be seen to be believed. Clemen is more than capable of scoring alone. None of the other teams appear capable of stopping Vimonte's onslaught. However, for the first time in the history of the Area Kingdom Cup, our own club team, the Lospass Mob, has earned a place in the tournament. Can they snatch victory from the jaws of such mighty opponents?
We are not going to read the next page.
Yeah, this is...
Though we will laugh at the spread of teams here. Italy, Spain, England, Portugal, Japan, Micronesia.
Yeah, the Lospass Mob.
I will take the next page.
Yeah.
Notice to all visitors to the island, please leave your rubbish in the designated areas. Lospass Island is devoted to recycling waste. Please cooperate with our rubbish separation policy. And then we have a trash box, which says, Mr. Trashman, dust in, discharge. Okay. +1 clean service. Lospass Island is one of the most beautiful resorts on Earth. Lospass Island is also a stipulated environmental protection zone under Micronesia environmental law. The +1 clean service is a public waste collection service that abides by the stipulations of the law. Waste collection day information. Combustible burnable waste every 2nd, 12th, and 22nd of every month. Incombustible non-burnable waste every 6th, 16th, and 26th of every month. Large size waste every 14th and 28th of every month. Please deposit your waste in the correct container before nightfall on the above dates. Rubbish will be collected the following morning. Placing waste into an incorrect container will cause it to be immediately ejected. Please separate your rubbish. +1 clean service, Micronesian isolated area waste collection off.
Is this the truck that we took in?
Yeah, it looks like the truck we took in.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Aleki Island, located off the south coast of Lospass. Enjoy this psychological quiz named after the King electrical pylons that dominate Aleki Island. Your psychology. Reveal the secrets of your relationships. Okay. Do we get a score at the end of this?
No. But they give us what the explanation means immediately.
Oh, okay, so. I see. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we'll each answer these and we can just trade off questions.
Okay. You arrive in the room in flower, sun, and rain. The beautiful scenery from the window takes your breath away. You see 3 prominent things around you. Which of these makes the biggest impression? A, 2 brightly colored birds. B, 5 palm trees growing out in the garden. C, the hand on the clock pointing to 7.
I would pick the birds.
I'm probably going to go with the palm trees, actually.
Go ahead.
All right. Explanation. You will find out what you are most concerned about on a daily basis. If you chose A, you are interested in your youth. It's up to you whether you want to stay young or age beautifully.
I want to stay young, but thank you.
If you chose B, 5 is the number of human fingers. The fingers represent family. Have you talked to your family recently? If you chose C, you are afraid of something. Is it time or... I talked to my uncle today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Rock, the bartender, has offered to make you a special drink. Here are the 3 he has offered you. Which do you select? A 7 flowers filled with southern spices. B, a twin suns, hot and fiery. C, an umbrella, maybe better shared. I'm going to pick the A, 7 flowers.
Okay, I'm going with the umbrella and I'm not sharing it.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Explanation. You can find out what you're looking for in a relationship. If you chose A, you're a greedy person who is looking for a lot of love. Go for it. Yeah. If you chose B, once you've made up your mind, you're dead set on it. You're looking for passionate love. If you chose C, you're looking for some quiet, mature love. But if you make a mistake...
yeah, you know. Well, out on a walk, you encounter Ken, the bike messenger. He tells you about his work for today. I've been busy since this morning. First, I got 8 messages from Ado. 2 were for the diner, where I also picked up 4 more. Then I collected 7 more from the post box by the spice shop. Then I returned to the hotel and gave 5 messages to Ado. That's where you found me. Oh, and here's one for you. So bet you're wondering how many messages I have left, huh? But who is the message you received from? A male friend? B, a female friend? Or C, someone above you, a boss or superior?
I was expecting this to be a number puzzle.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too. I'm sure it will be when we get into the game.
Yeah. It's genuinely more likely that I'm getting a letter from a female friend.
Yeah, same. Explanation. You can find out the level of stress you feel every day. If you chose A, you don't seem to be under much stress, but maybe you know a good way to relieve it. If you chose B, you're feeling a little stressed. You should take positive action to relieve it. Yeah. If you chose C, you are either overly stressed or not stressed at all. Which is it for you?
Question 4. You're taking a stroll along Power Beach at dusk. You want to find a beautiful shell to take back to your partner in your distant homeland. You pick up 2 shells every 3 steps and toss one into the sea every 5 steps. After walking 50 steps, you look down at the collection of shells in your hands. What is the first thing you see? A, 2 broken pink shells. B, a lovely whole white shell. Or C, a blue stone at your feet. I would guess B, personally.
I'd probably notice the stone at my feet if there's a stone at my feet.
Okay. Explanation. You will find out the ideal lover you have in mind. If you chose A, your personality is more important than your appearance. If you chose B, you may be more handsome than you think. Well, thank you. If you chose C, who are you to choose a stone? You can choose a shell. Well, that's life.
Nice. You are eating dinner when Ado comes to ask you a favor. I'm very sorry, sir, madam, but could you lend me a hand here? 6 people have ordered cheesecake, but we only have one 20-centimeter diameter cake left. Can you help me work out the exact angle to cut in order to give each person the same size piece? How do you reply? A, very well, happily agreeing to help. B, it's all mine and eat the whole cake yourself. C, sounds like too much hassle, and you get up and leave.
I would pick A.
Yeah, it's the only reasonable answer. Explanation. You find out how to spend the holidays. If you choose A, you're able to do the maths by dividing into 6 equal parts, and you're likely to spend the holidays on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
If you chose B, you tend to follow your desires. You don't like trips that require planning, do you? If you chose C, you tend to spend your time in a let me have a day off way. You should at least clean your room on a regular basis.
Honestly, C is the most appropriate one for me.
You can say same.
Another day on Lospass Island ends, and you are in bed. In order to make the most of tomorrow, you reach out to set the alarm clock by the bed. Rather than using a chime, this alarm clock turns on the radio when the set time comes around. In the darkness, you are forced to set the clock by touch alone. There are 3 buttons used to set it. From the left, hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute. It is still set to 7:15 from this morning. You press the left button 3 times, the middle button 4 times, and the right button twice. When the alarm comes on in the morning, what is the first thing you hear? A, the weather. B, the latest hit song. Or C, the sound of a harp. C.
Yeah, I guess C, yeah.
You will find out what you have gained in Lospass. If you chose A, if you're worried about the weather, you're still not satisfied. Your time is unlimited. Enjoy your Lospass holiday to the fullest. If you chose B, oh, you're homesick, aren't you? Come back with your family, friends, or lover. If you chose C, the sound of trees will touch your heart deeply. You have found more comfort than memories. Good luck tomorrow. Every one of these questions, I'm just like, got the fucking Blade Runner. Is this question to determine whether I'm a replicant, Mr. Deckard, or a lesbian?
Right.
Before I had a smartphone, I had like a flip phone, and you could put MP3s on it back when you can do that now, I guess. But for a while, you could not put those on the smartphone. iPhones. I always have iPhones. But I set my alarm to Helter Skelter by the Beatles for literally like a huge stretch of 6-7 years, to the point where I can't listen to the song without feeling the anxiety of it's 3 a.m. and I have to get up and do something. Because it was also my most like I'm getting up at very weird hours because my life is a shambles, like
Right.
20s.
Incredible.
It's like, oh, I crashed at someone's house and I got to drive home before it gets light out because there's only one car and my family members need the car. Um, and it just triggers this like gut response still to this day. It's been 10 years since I've had that as a ringtone.
um, I'm that way with when I first got my first smartphone. I set the ringtone to the Bubble Bobble theme,
Oh, yeah.
and I kept that way. And now I can no longer hear the Bubble Bobble theme without reaching for my phone.
Yeah. I my current wake up alarm is just the iPhone like alarm klaxon that is just like a stock sound effect you hear all over the world. I prefer it that way now. Can't
Yeah.
can't do a song.
My alarm is like there's like a music box default
Hmm.
for the Samsung Galaxy phones, and I just use that, and it's very pleasant. But usually it wakes Sarah up before, and then they wake me up. And they're like, "Baby, you're fucking sleeping through your alarm. Wake the fuck up. Stop setting it to something that's like a music box that's too quiet."
Hmm.
But
All right. Whose page is it?
why don't
I can
you?
go.
You can go.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go. Fortune telling. Luck of the lost. At this time of year, those who have doubt in their hearts and those who desire better guidance share a common thread of fortune. That you should open this page was, in of itself, inevitable. However, it remains up to you as to how to interpret and implement the information here. This is a fucking architect from the Matrix ass speech. Ergo, vis-a-vis. Your lucky color is blue. Your lucky number is 7. When starting out on a new endeavor, begin from a lucky place and first head east. If you come to a dead end, head south. If you come to another dead end, restart from square one and head northeast. If you come to a dead end, head west. A lucky place should greet you. Thank you for the hedge maze quiz answer we're going to need at the end of the video game.
Uh-huh.
Loving Our Days on Lospass, written by Taro Turtle. Serial Lospass Diary. There is normally some trigger, some event that inspires the writing of a diary, and indeed there is a reason for this journal of my own. Reading back over my first entry now, the events that day come vividly back. The event in question occurred the day before I started this diary, and now this journal that I have kept since that day in 1999, the 12th month, the 31st day, is going to end today. Why, you ask? Because even as you read this, which from your point of view will be today, a particular individual will have appeared before me. For him, our meeting shall feel as though he had no choice. Thinking back now, I started this diary on the day that I arrived on the island. I'd always kept diaries in the past, but I was just taking up an old habit again. It's strange how even if you don't really want anyone to read what you write here, one still writes a diary with the reader in mind. I don't think I realized it for the longest time, but my own awareness has been changed by writing this diary. I've come to realize that I am writing this diary directly for someone, I believe, the man who will appear before me today. However, such questions as, what am I trying to impart to him? Or even, why am I talking to him at all? Are meaningless. There is no reason, that's why. Reading back over this diary now, I see that I came to this island in order for me to remain myself. That's all. I'm returning to Kanto today, with the greatest possible memento of my stay tucked under one arm, a memento that he will bring me, a modest gift for a father deserving of my love. I've changed my mind. My small corner here isn't going to end, but rather just take a leave of absence. Seeing this island again with eyes only black in color may not be so bad after all. Well then, to all readers of the Lospass, I bid you a temporary farewell. P.S. I'll be waiting to meet you. I believe that's our last page.
That's our last page. Yeah, we just get the Lospass official guidebook for English. That's it. 20 years.
Yeah,
Um,
this is made in 2021.
and we get the staff, and then shout out to the Lospass for English team. This is incredible undertaking. You did a great job, and this made this possible. In a much
Yeah.
better way. I don't know. We would have sat through this so readily if we had to do it.
We couldn't
in-game.
look at the pictures and talk about it like this
Yeah,
instead
if
of
we
reading
couldn't do
guest
this,
screens.
if we had to do it inside the game, I would have definitely been like, no, I'm tired. I want to quit. But yeah, shout out. All right, so it's Wednesday and you're watching this whenever, but where can the people find you? Do you have anything new this week in the middle of the week?
You should listen to my episode on Mega Man Legends if you haven't. I plugged it last time. The plugs haven't really changed in the last 3 days.
I was gonna say I don't know.
Um, yeah, no, I don't have anything new. I believe that if we ever decide the video game thing isn't cutting it, we have a great career just reading shit into a microphone for people. Because I had a great time.
This is so much fun. Yeah, we could go read all of the weird pack-ins. We gotta find all of the pack-ins. That's what we'll do. We'll find every game that had a weird pack-in, and we'll just read the weird pack-ins.
Between this and like the mall episode of Space Quest 4, I'm pretty sure that we could just open up an old like Sears wish book or whatever and have a good time.
God, we could. We should try that someday. All right. Yeah, nothing new from me. Oh, actually, I do have an announcement because it'll be a new month soon, and it'll be September. And September, the final gasp of summer, as we transition into fall. And I've decided that is the perfect time to tackle for the Adventure Gamers Clubhouse #5, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
I like to feel I have some small hand in it.
Yeah, I threw out the idea, joking about an animated GIF from Aquaman that I saw on Twitter, and I was just like, maybe I should do Indiana Jones: The Fate of Atlantis for the next Adventure Gamers Clubhouse, and I was just like, this. I was like,
I've played it. Unlike some of the games you've played, I've actually played that one. I'm excited to watch you replay it.
yeah, I'm very excited to revisit it. I think my save got corrupted when I was doing the Orichalcum puzzle in Atlantis.
Oh, God.
And so I never finished it. So
Oh, my God.
I'll be excited to finally just go and do that.
I've been chipping away at Codename Iceman. Last night I got to you giving mouth to mouth to that woman and then going to the Pentagon without returning that lady's earring, and I fell asleep.
Yeah, that's about right. You'll get through it eventually.
Iceman updates the next 3 months as I chip away at that game, which
Yeah,
is very
'cause
boring.
It's 7.5 hours long. You just don't have to.
Yeah. I feel like I enjoy listening to you be quietly annoyed at a video game. And two, you got to remember how bad the bad games are to appreciate the good games even more.
You do. It honestly made me appreciate the Police Quest franchise more. Because at least those are actual games, as you will soon find out if you the next time you tune in.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this very fun special diversion where we read the guidebook.
And if you listen to all this, thank you for putting up with this experiment that was entirely indulgent on my part because I thought it'd be fun to hang out with you and read this magazine into a microphone.
Yeah,
and I was correct.
It was so fun. We'll have to find a new way to do this more because this is great. All right, everyone. We'll see you next Monday with a new video of Flower, Sun, and Rain, where we actually play the game.
Yeah.
Till then, bye.
Bye.